So now that you've got all your devices paired up, they're wired up, you did the local checks, your wiring is done in a neat and workmanlike manner, you're all set up. Now what I want to do is just walk you through the navigation on the tablet now that we've got some zones to look at, and show you some of the indicators here and how to navigate it. So if we're doing a final check here, I guess I won't disconnect it, I'm just going to flip it around. So what we're going to look at here is your main zone screen is one, going to show me my local weather data, and two, it's going to show me information about all of my zones that I've paired. So I've paired 3 zones, and you see that they're all communicating. I've got green dots from each one. It looks like I've got temperatures coming from each one. But what I've got is I've got one zone, the first one I added, zone 1, that I'm going to say I added by mistake. So what we're going to do with that one is we want to remove that one. So to remove something like that, we have to go back to our gear icon. We go down to that zone and we click and hold on it. Click and hold, it turns gray, and I get 2 options at the top, one for rename and one for delete. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that zone. And what you want to be careful of is that you don't ever accidentally click and hold on the floor when you mean to click and hold on a zone, and delete a floor. Because if you delete the whole floor, you have to go back and re-add all your zones and repair everything. That can be really frustrating. So just make sure you double check which one turns gray when you do that. We go back to our gauge, and now I've only got the 3 that I've paired. Looks like a really nice clean install. I've got green dots next to each. They are communicating. Looks great. If I want to make some local overrides from this, if I want to try to force some of these zones into heating or cooling from the device, I can do that. Or if somebody just asks me, you know, during the install, sometimes you get a lot of hot-cold calls because you're playing with things. What we might do is we might go to, let's say that the reception area is getting hot. I click open, I just click in the center of it. Shows me I'm at 73 with a cooling set point of 74. Maybe that's a little warm for today. I can slide that down. You see how I grab the blue slider and I adjust it down. And it only allows me to go within the user limits. And those user limits are the adjustable range that's available through the scheduler. And we'll get into the scheduler when we get into Airoverse here in just a little bit. But just like that, I can make those overrides. If I scroll down a little bit, I can also make overrides to my modes. If I want to turn it to heat only, cool only. I want to change how my fan's operating. There's a few options. I can change my fan mode as well. I'm not going to get into vacations or schedules from the CCU. More often than not, you're going to be making those through the Airoverse web portal or from the Airoverse mobile application. So I'm not going to cover those here. We're going to go ahead and close that. See, I just tap in the middle again and it closes it. So just like that, you can see the zones. If I have a zoned system, right, in this case I have a VAV system, I go over to the System tab. That's the central control unit and what it's controlling as the system. I can change the mode on that. The default on a zoned system is off, so I want to make sure I come in here and turn it to auto at the end of my install. I can do some light level scheduling from the central control unit. Again, we're going to cover all that through the Airoverse web portal. More often than not, you're not doing that through here. And you can also see your alerts locally at the CCU if you want to see if there's anything in alarm. But by default, it's going to come back to this screen right here. And if I want to switch floors, if I have multiple floors on one CCU, that's going to be this little layers icon over here. All right. One other thing on this is if I swipe down from the upper either corner, what you can see is that my cloud connection is online. That means my internet connection is good. My CM connection status is online. That means my pins between the tablet and the control remote are actively communicating. Yeah, you can see all that here. And those are 2 very important indicators before I walk away from it. Real quick, I'll go through a couple other things here in the gear. So under settings, what I can do if I ever screwed up the email I typed in, the site name, the CCU name, I want to make an edit, I don't like the way it looks, I don't like the way I capitalize something, I can come in here and I can hit edit, and it'll allow me to edit anything in there. So I would make those changes to whatever I didn't like, and I would hit save, and then those details will be updated. There's some security settings in here if I ever want to lock people out locally from making changes at the CCU. There's 4 different access levels I can adjust here. Turn it on, type in the password. I can change what Wi-Fi I'm connected to. There's some other installer operations for various things that when you need it, use the help center, type in what you're looking for. It's really good at finding that. That's pretty much it there. I think once you get to this point, you're all set and you're ready to get logged into Airoverse and start using the web portal and the power of the remote access.